is doing for me is basically on the left side I have the sellers and the right side I have the buyers. Okay, that's it. The same information, just in a different level, nothing else. But the value and everything is good. Is the same information. Okay, imbalances are highlighted in color codes. You can change the color codes here. Similarly, if there are more than 2 or 3 imbalances, they will show with a support or resistance band. You can also see that. Okay. You can also highlight the VPOX here, typically, which I have done that. And no special settings on the imbalance, basically, if you see. Again, the way the issue, what imbalance. So, for example, if you want to say imbalance of, I don't know why it was 300. So, I've made 300 here. Okay. So, every time, so if you see this was an imbalance, stuck buyers and eventually market got rotated from there. Okay. Similarly, these levels, when price crosses an imbalance level, expect this to be support. When price fails to cross this an imbalance level, expect this to be resistance. Okay. And then you can change the color. So if from white to black, black to white, different colors, those sort of things. Again, POC, etc. You can do. There's an interesting thing here, extend if volume. So if you see view POC, I don't want to see all the POCs. I want to see very specific POCs where large volume traded. So there's an option to extend POC when a volume is greater than, let's say, 1 lakh. So what it does is only when there are large volumes, then only I want to see POCs. If I make it larger, I'll also see very, very, very specific list. So there's nothing else to only there are a couple of POCs here at 2 lakh if you see. Otherwise, I'll just see very low, a lower number of POCs. That's a good way of filtering out information to say that, okay, very less volumes have been initiated. Okay. You can again see the value area of the candle here. Okay. You can mark the view up, delta, and other things. Okay. My personal preference generally has been so far to use the cluster charts. I think I get the information that I want, but you can use either the cluster or the volume profile chart, whatever you really like. Okay. And one thing I think in the questions before we jump onto some trade themes, okay, one of the questions we wanted to cover is on the crypto settings. I'll cover that and just probably cover some trade themes then. Okay. So we are looking at BTC USD, let's say. So it is important you decide which exchange you want. So for example, I said Bybit BTC data is very good. Okay, so once you have this, okay, this is BTC USD on Bybit. Okay, and I have the setting here is at 40. It is at 5 minute candles. It is 40. If I'm increasing the candle, I'll probably increase it. Okay, so basically 20 points in Bybit is my one cluster here, which is good. You can make it to probably 60 if you want. Okay, if you want more information, content, you can probably make it to 60. Okay. And one thing I want to show you, because Indian markets are off, but you can actually see the global markets. So that on Bybit, if you see the depth of the market data is available. Okay, so basically if you see all the orders and everything on the right side, you see this, it is live market that is trading, and you can actually see this. Okay, the entire order and everything, the depth of the market is available. And then you can also see the trade book, which is basically the trades that is happening, so at different levels. And within trade book, you can also filter the information. So what I sometimes do is I'll apply a filter. So I'll only show me trades more than 10,000. Okay. So when I apply this filter, it will only highlight trades more than 10,000. And depending on the instrument, you have to change it. So for example, now I see Bybit, okay, more volumes are happening, probably I'll make it 20,000. Okay. And it will only show me trades which are more than 20,000 now in value. Okay. Those sort of things you can see. You can also see the order book, but like how many orders are at present at different levels. Okay, those things you see. But trade book is a good information to see, pick up market momentum. There's a short video once I think I created for trade book market momentum also. But yeah, these data is all available because it's a global market is on. I'm showing you. You can, when Indian markets are on also, you can see those data. Okay. So try to see the Bybit futures chart. It is pretty good. Okay, if you're into crypto. Okay, and okay, we'll go back to please share. Okay, we'll do that. I said whether it's possible to know when I stop victories or pullbacks, but goes in the direction. For example, there are hints you can get. Of course, I think there are much better hints you can get on order flow data than on any other thing. Best, so we will actually discuss that. Okay, let's discuss one example. For example, Nifty today. Nifty one of the reasons, okay, I think, and nothing to boast of it or anything. I think today I had a plan. If there's a gap down, there's a good chance of market pulling back. Okay, and some people who know, and I shared this also actually. Okay, so pre-market I shared that there's a chance of market pulling back. What is the reason for that? Okay, there are a couple of things. First is to build context based on the volume profile and anything. Okay, the reason, if you see last few days, your volume has been in this region, right? If you see, this is where the most of the volume has been, right? So if there's a gap, okay, tomorrow, what happened yesterday? Yesterday market did this and pulled back and closed at a higher level. So generally it made a higher low, which was much higher than this week low, and it pulled higher, right? Eventually and closed at a reasonably okay level, not bullish, but reasonably okay level. Okay. Now what happened today? Today, my expectation is there is a gap. We have a chance of pulling back. There are a couple of reasons why. Yesterday was a good close. Second, we are pulling outside the value, so there will be an attempt to push back into a value. So if now, when I have made a plan, or when I plan, when I am saying that, okay, I think market can pull back if this happens. Now I think doesn't mean market will pull back. Okay, I think means market can pull back. Now I'll start observing the order flow data to see whether there's a possibility of it or not. Okay. So let's go to the opening candles on Nifty. Okay, this is the Nifty opening candle, guys. Okay, the first 5-minute candle. Okay, what do I see here? What do you really see here in the Nifty opening candle? And what is happening here? Okay, there are two things happening. A huge amount of selling. Delta kitna minus 54K. Next candle, another minus 50K. So 100K of sellers got sold in the market right at the open first 10 minutes. Okay, that is a very crucial information. Jo mujhe candlestick mein, where I'll not get this information in candlestick. Okay, I'll just see some volume that has happened. I do not know what has happened in that volume in a candlestick information. I know. I do not. So, but here I can clearly see was 100K delta got traded in the first 10 minutes on the sell side, short side. Who are these guys? Okay, these are guys who either panicked and exits the long yesterday. Okay, number one. Number two, these are guys probably who think market will crash and they sold it open. Okay, it could be any of these, right? Okay, but what now the important aspect comes is, okay, listen here carefully, is what is my price reaction to that? Is the price reaction, okay, market falling? Is the price reaction market holding? Market doing something else? What do I see? Where is this volume traded? I see the maximum delta here, all the red bar visually I can immediately see. I don't have to see the numbers also. I can just see the length of the bars and I can immediately see maximum delta has got traded here. Similarly, next candle, maximum delta has got traded here. Okay. So out of the 100K delta, most of the short side delta are below what? Are below this level of 24,320. Okay. 24,230. Okay. So this is a clear clue that most of the people are shorting market below 230 futures, some spot level, I don't know, but let's say 230 futures. Okay. Now what has happened? Okay, what has happened? Okay, in that, so now I have to analyze whether these sellers are being successful, they are getting trapped, or there's something else happening, right? Okay, when something like 100K happens, okay, market has to react with a much larger price movement. Market will immediately fall, something happen. But this did not happen. Market probably, it opened, I think this was the open, right? This was the open at 230. And after 10 minutes, this was the close. So if you see the net close and price is zero, almost zero. So despite 100K of selling, my net price movement is almost zero after 10 minutes. Okay, it's a doji candle probably on the 10-minute chart. Okay. That is a clear clue that all this selling has been soaked, has been absorbed by somebody. This is what we call an absorption in our order flow concept. Okay, so all this selling has been absorbed by somebody. That means what? There are big institutional players who probably are sitting at this level and buying all the selling. Why this level? What is the confidence? This level was also around the week low yesterday, the budget day, I think. Okay, and then there was no volume traded at this level, so basically there is no seller strength below this level. Okay, there's a good confluence of volume. So all I'm trying to do is now we have to see whether price above this VPOC or price above this candle, and there's a long opportunity to trade on the upside. Okay, so this hopes answers different areas of absorption, order flow, using order flow, trade kaise lete, all the questions I saw. Okay. VWAP is one standard deviation, Saikath, yes. There is VWAP plus one, okay, both sides. So this addresses all the constituents. Once this happens, where do I target? I'll target, one target would be this value zone from yesterday. Another target will be this value zone from VPOC from yesterday. Eventually, if you see price topped out at the VPOC from yesterday, exactly at the top, almost there. Okay. So price pulled back into range, price pulled back there, went to the VPOC of yesterday and paused there. Okay. So now how do I build a plan for tomorrow? Tomorrow, what do you want to do? We want to see where most of the volume was traded today. This area, if you see, this area is where most of the volume has happened, right? This area. Okay. And also there's a confluence where, the candle has sort of held this area, right? Basically candle went this, my bad. Okay. Candle went this and now it is closing here. So tomorrow what I want to say is, in case of a gap down, I want this level to hold, 350, 350, anything to hold. If then I expect prices to pull up and eventually probably even test there. In case of, okay, alternatively, price, if there is no strong buying above this level, because there is no volume here, and prices try to come back here, I look for a rotation back to this level and even actually up to this also. Okay. So these are the two rotation things we'll say. In case of a gap down, I want the top of this range to hold, which is about 420, 430 levels. I want the top of this range to hold. Okay. Okay. Any more questions, guys? Okay. I think we are at the top of the hour. We'll take some questions and then probably wrap up. Okay. And we'll do subsequent sessions, I think. Okay.